Hello, hello. All right, I think you guys can hear me now. The girl had to unplug the cable, I plugged it back in, but it didn't register. All right, sounds good. Thank you, Nora. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was talking. It's like, it's not working. It's starting that way already. I had to change the configuration a little bit of like where the setup was with the microphone, because I was told use the back ports, not the front ports, even though they both connect into kind of the same area. But I was told don't use the front ports for sound. For some reason, front ports don't do well in sound, even though I don't know how it knows it's in the front of the back. But so I changed it, but I don't have as much room now. So when I turn too much, I pull it out of the back. But it's fixed. It's all good. All right, so everybody, welcome back. I survived now 2 weeks of daddy chaperoning, and actually Jin's doing really well. I will say, I dislike for people that have to wear a mask like normally, like all day. I feel for them. I mean, I guess I'm getting more used to it, but God, it's bad. The girl sleeps so good on Fridays, though. It's amazing. She just crashes. So, yeah. She's having a good time with it. Like I said, she knows it's a school day. She backs up her backpack and everything like that. It's pretty cute. So, she's having fun. Daddy is, I guess I'm okay. Yeah. I don't know that, like, really little kids are my thing. I like little kids, but I don't know about, like, really little kids. So, I've heard many, many stories about like boogers, bugs, everything. It's definitely the baby. The baby's definitely having more fun than me. Definitely. She's like, Daddy, more rocks. And I'm like, nope, we can't bring the rocks home. We have our own rocks at home. So that, and I feel like she's a thief too. She keeps trying to steal toys and take them home. Like and again, this is why I wanted to go with her early. Like that's why I have to go with her, because she's not technically old enough to be by herself. But she's borrowing other people's stuff and it keeps ending up in her backpack. So I know she's not intentionally just like, oh, I'm stealing this. I don't know. Maybe she is. I don't know. But she's like, yeah, I want this one. This one is Jinjin's. This is mine. And I'm like, no, it's not Jinjin's. Give it back. So, yeah. But they're like, oh, no, that's normal. I was like, yeah, but I don't know. When your kid is the one stealing stuff, it's never fun. And I'm like watching her too. It's like, no, put that back. But yeah. Anyway, Monday morning, not a lot of FX movement today. We're still seeing, again, pound strength continuing. It's been the story for the last few weeks. Not surprised. Also seeing some dollar strength come in. You can see it particularly against the euro dollar and Aussie dollar. Pound dollar still up a little bit by 3, but really this is pretty flat. News last night for China was good, right? 35 over 31 is nice. The industrial production showing recovery. Retail sales 31.8 versus 32. Also good for them. And again, it's a year-over-year number. The year-over-year numbers. They don't necessarily mean as much to me. I I guess the biggest year-over-year number that matters to me is the inflation, because they have those like yearly mandates. What the central banks are trying to get out of it. So I guess that's the one that does matter to me. But I don't know. Chinese numbers are Chinese numbers. You always got to take them with a grain of salt anyway. So, but today, obviously, nothing today. It's pretty much a blank day. In the news today, we're going to hear about stimulus checks, people getting them. I did see something down here. Where is it? This one. I thought this was pretty funny. Stimulus check sent to wrong bank account for some Americans checking IRS Get My Payment tool. Now, the question is it actually the tool that, or is it the actual bank account that's wrong, or is it the Get My Payment one that is wrong? I don't know. It's pretty interesting. Like I said, this is what makes absolutely no sense to me. You're able to go online, figure out exactly where your tax checks are, right? If you're getting a check, it shows you exactly where it is, but we can't figure out how to do this electronic system with voting, right? I don't understand. Like, the IRS has the information, but yet we can't figure out how to do it for voting, right? I don't know. It's amazing. Everybody entered their information so they can get some money, but we can't do it for voting. Yeah. But anyway, that's what we're going to hear. Like I joked around with Todd, all the money that people are getting this week, they are spending. They are not saving it. Americans don't save. We're either paying off debt or we're buying new stuff. Most likely buying new stuff because we're like, yeah, it's all good. This one, EU begins legal action against the UK over Brexit deal violation. It's like, whatever. Whatever. The Northern Ireland fishing thing again. It's coming back all over again. But right now we're seeing pound strength. A little bit of, whatever. This one's basically flat. And we're seeing this, And this one is, positive. So it's basically flat. So nobody cares yet. What? No, we're not going to school. I said backpack, and she's like, woo, we're going to school. No, Ginger, not today. All right, so that's pretty much it. Tomorrow morning, the one thing you need to watch out for is the retail sales numbers at 8:30. It will be before we talk tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow is a Tuesday, so we don't have our session tomorrow at 9:30. I'm actually doing the NETIX education event tomorrow, so I won't be on, I think, till 3 p.m. Eastern time. I think from like 3 to 4. I'm hoping that the girl crashes for it, that she, that she is out, but won't have a chance to do it. And you guys can hear my voice is already a little bit funky, so I don't want to. I originally debated doing that, but my voice hasn't recovered fully from the weekend and stuff. So, yeah, doing one, then another hour one, then another hour one. I won't be able to talk for like 4 days. Couple that with the fact that it is spring. I don't know if anybody else is out there sneezing, all that fun stuff, but I'm like, I just feel like it feels like a week ago we were dealing with ice everywhere, and now it's like, man, there's the allergies setting in. There's like that post-nasal drip, like my least favorite season of the year, right? I like the warm, but man, do I hate the pollen. God, the pollen drives me crazy. Well, all our trees are starting to already drop, and it's like, oh, so yeah, I don't want to try to do 3 tomorrow. I'll stick with 2. And then we'll be back on for our Wednesday session. That's pretty much it. Let's just dive right over in the charts for today. Where are we at here? Here, look at that. I'm remembering to click it. All right, so Aussie dollar. So as you guys can see on the right-hand side, the big pink wall over here, we're kind of smack in the middle in the 4-hour. If we bring it back up to the 4-hour, I can extend that across. Somebody with OCD will look at it. And really, I guess we're kind of messing with daily levels. We had some decent basing up top and bottom, so that's what we're really kind of focusing on right now. I guess we could adjust it and use this level. It doesn't change the fact, though, that we're still kind of riding right down the middle. Even if I, adjust it down to here and adjust the kind of inner one right into here, you can see that we're really just skirting back and forth, and we're kind of, every time we peek out the top, we get pushed back down. Every time we peek out the bottom, and again, this was kind of not the best of levels, came back up again, and we're kind of stabilizing. I wouldn't say there's a ton of movement in this, and without news today, it's not going to be a big mover. Things that I would be careful of is this kind of pattern right here. Right? You guys can see the wicks where it's higher wick, higher wick, higher wick, higher wick, higher wick. Those tend to be hidden, small little levels in here. So, you could artificially draw a level in there and say, actually, let me change this off tomato. Otherwise, it's make a white, just draw attention to it. You could say, there's a confirmed area of sellers. We've been front run a few times, got a little bit lower. So we should be testing them. It is in the middle, so it's one you kind of want to watch out for. But, if you're looking for something, small to set up in here, maybe there's a 10-30 reversal, something in there. But with lack of any news, it's not a level that, I'm super excited about today. I would say, if we just kind of start going back up again, this could be a level we use for retail sales tomorrow, right? It could be a retail sales level, but right now it's not. It's not quite there yet. Not yet, anyway. But it's it's not far off. It's not far off. So you can keep it on your radar if you like. Put that right there. Oops, hold on. Right there. Man, why is the mouth? There must be like a beat. Hold on one sec, guys. Yeah, there was. I was like, why is the mouse acting weird? That would be because there is a dog hair in the laser. In the laser. Come on, move. All right, I think I got it out. There we go. All right, there it's working again. I was like, man, I can't place it there. So that's what we got for Aussie dollar. Aussie yen. Aussie yen very high. As you guys can see, there was, let's see, starting at, our 3 o'clock time frame was like right here. Missed this one by a little bit. We're kind of still stuck. I wouldn't say this one has any great areas. I would say I like this one more for a short than anything else. This area here, it is about 14 pips, so it's not a horrible level. It's not huge, and again, it's been chopping back. I would say that the market's not really sure what to do with this one right now. I think Wednesday, this will be an interesting trade because with FOMC economic projections, they should be talking about what the economy looks like. Stimulus is in. Are they seeing inflation? When they think that they could see it? We keep hearing about transient inflation. I think that's probably more of an area to watch for. I would be looking for shorts down here at 83. I'm not sorry, not shorts, but I'd be looking for kind of this area here, right, as a potential area for reversals. And again, is it the cleanest? No, it's only hourly. It based, and it took a nice jump, and that's really been the most. Hold on, her play got shut off. That's been that's kind of the best, I'd say, target area. Jijin, it's sleeping. Oh wait, hold on, no, it's not. Jijin, what did you do? Hold on one second. She messed with the. YouTube gets her on the ads every time. Jijin, what did you do here? I think that's the best the best target area. This 83.83. Again, we could probably even potentially take a long off of that. It is in the middle of the curve, so I'm kind of like, but we'll see. I kind of keep that on your radar as far as where to, take bounces off of. Here, Jinjin. No. What are you trying to do? You're trying to sit on Daddy's lap? She's bringing all her toys to me. Now, the backpack is not going to go up here. So we'd be looking for this to bounce from this level. But right now, I'd say I'd be more bearish than anything else due to the upper curve. If we can get a pullback to that level, then yeah, there's a decent. Jinjin, there's not room on the desk. My daughter's a hoarder, by the way. She's got 27 toys, and every desk she goes to, she's got to put them everywhere. Okay, come here. But I need you to be quiet. So bearish Aussie yen today. If you guys are looking for entry on that one, if you're looking for maybe a pullback later on today, that comes in at 84.60. All right. Looking at euro yen. Euro yen is kind of high, right? It's definitely high in the curve. The euro has really tried to fight back again. Now there's a level right, kind of a little bit above where we are. I think it's a decent base. I kind of like the way that it rolled off. That was the start. Right here was the start of the European session. So it kind of put that new high in and pushed down. It did grab levels where it should have. I mean, it did definitely move, but it's a level that I think we should watch out for. It's decent. It's really, this is the start of Monday. So kind of puts a new high in for us. Could we take something else out of there? Sure, we could. But that would basically mean that it's European weakness, dollar strength. We kind of have that reversing right now. I don't know. This one kind of goes in with the Aussie dollar, which we'll cover in a bit. I think right now, if I had to make a call, I would say now that we've stopped at the open, we see the first candle is green. I think this one comes back up and tests that level. I don't think I would take this one blindly. I think I'd wait for somewhat of a kind of hit and pullback, right? A hit, a drop, and then kind of a confirmation drop lower. But I think 130.39. I think is the level we're looking for. Like I said, like the formation. I like the fact that it was the start of the UK day, and it was a decent runner. I mean, it was about 38 pips in. I mean, most of it was in this one candle. We had about 26 in a 1 hourly candle. So, you know, is that decent movement? Sure, compared to what Sunday night looked like. Yeah, it's not bad, right? So again, push down, roll over on 130 and 39. Pound yen. So pound yen, you can see we had, last week we had talked about a buy area down here at 150.45. We didn't get to it. We formed the new level, had a bit of a gap, 2 tests off of it. We had another one come in as well. What are you doing, Jijin? No, stop. There. You got to stop hitting the. Ooh, look at that one. Those are toys. There we go. No, you can't grab that. He's here. We never got down to this level. And again, it rallied off of it. That's going to happen sometimes. Now you can see we had a very, very strong push and we've been kind of bouncing off that level right now. We're still there currently right now. I would say that this one is still kind of in that same wheelhouse. I think it's a decent level. I mean, like I said, it grounded here very slow, which is what I don't like. But I do like the way that it was formed here, right? This is a strong push. I mean, this is really from its peak down. You're talking about 104 pips. So again, we're approaching where that ATR is for the day. Coming back up, and it's like, oh man, there's sellers, and we started to finally break through. So, there's a little kind of area here that we bounced off of, but below that, we still got about 30, 40 pips, and I think we can. I mean, in reality, this is where the level was, right? So you can see we've hit it once, and again, we took that confirmation bounce on that parabolic move right back to the top. But right now, high in the curve, same thing. I feel like this one is set up for a short. You're seeing in the first, 20 minutes so far. Now it looks like we flipped for the yen. The yen is starting to push back to the downside. So I think it's a decent short. I think this one could definitely, rally kind of back down at least that far. And you can see the 1 to 3 level is before the opposing zone. So I'm always a big fan of that as far as shorts go. I don't have my Nadex platform up, so I'm not sure where the knockouts and the call spreads are for this one. But I do think that's probably a decent level. But for the week, I would say I'd expect the pound to go higher. All right. Pound dollar. Really nothing going on here. This is really just pretty much flat. I mean, here's where we started. Here's where the UK Open happened. A little bit of rally up, and then a pullback by 7 o'clock this morning. We're in the same exact spot. This one, again, I would say bearish on this one. I think it's kind of falling into the same. No, not text. Birds, what? I already fed you once today. I think 138.63 is where we look for potential longs. It's 10 o'clock now. This may be more of a 12, maybe, I don't know, maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon kind of rally. If we can get all the dollar strength out of the morning, which again, that's kind of what we're seeing since about 5 o'clock, right? Dollar strength stepping in. I do think we need to be more dollar weakness thinking. Stimulus checks going out, but then it's like, oh, well, people aren't getting their stimulus checks. I don't know. I just don't feel like we're at the stage yet where we really should be talking about, the dollar strengthening. It's been happening where Monday morning we go in and we tend to see it, and then we have that reversal. So that's kind of what I'm looking for is continued dollar weakness, price coming down to the 38.63, and then bouncing back up to the top side somewhere along there. Now, let me get that straight on there. Now, I'm okay with this one. Again, we're looking to go long in the bottom third of the curve. If it does hit, it comes back up. The 1 to 3 is right where that kind of middle region starts. And remember, I'm just drawing this middle, so it actually is probably a little bit higher than that. On TradingView is where I get the exact measurements because I can use the fib retracement tool and the fib tool. I can use retracement and extension there for both. So kind of mixing it up over there. And they have the risk of reward tool that's a little bit easier. So it's one of those things that MT4 is a little bit more limited. But I think, again, decent long, 138.63. You can take a bounce there. Euro pound. Still, look at this. We talked about, hey, listen, we're waiting for a break. And look at this. It's been riding. It's been so much. It's like, just break already. Come on. And look, it's still having problems on the hourly. So we got this one in a break of 185.46. Wait for a little bit of white space below that. Look for a base, pull back to that level, and then look for a further collapse down to 84.61. So it's there, but man, talk about watching paint dry. This is just this is getting horrible. Look at this. I mean, we're talking back to the 8th, so it's been here a week now, right? It's been here for a week in the same little level. And it's only a 30 pip. It's wait, hold on. 27? 28. 28.7. So not even a 30 pip range on the 4 hour. So yes, this is like watching paint dry. We're back in right now, so let's see if we can break it down. With that last little burst, though, we do have some sellers stepping in right now. You can see it on the hourly. I wouldn't say they're amazing sellers, but I will say this kind of little effect right here is making me believe that, hey, listen, is this the new kind of artificial zone here that we should be taking shorts from, right? Is that potentially the new level? Because again, drop, base, and then punch. So maybe this will finally be the sellers that we need to break this one lower. And remember, if we come back down and start basing, we could use one of these smaller zones. Instead of using the 4-hour from top to bottom, we have a decent zone right here, and it held, and we pushed it to the brink. So we may be able to adjust this Harry Potter trade and actually take it in and use this level here. Right? We may better use this level instead of waiting for the clean break. Because you can see, even using that level, we have not gotten a clean push down, a base, and a pullback to that level. So that could be kind of the refined, we thought it was going to be down here, but maybe now it's actually this zone right here, right? Maybe it's this zone. We haven't broken it. We haven't gotten through it. And there's another touch. There's another touch. And maybe that's where we adjust it now for kind of a more in touch with this week type scenario, right? But same thing. I would still set your triggers for 85.46. You need to get some space below. It can't just be initial pop. Base, sideways, back up, and look for the collapse back down again. The 1 to 3 and everything is still in the same spot. Look at the euro dollar. So euro dollar, you can see we had a level last week. We hit it. We drove all the way down. We ended up, it turned to the right place. It should have. The 1 to 3, unfortunately, wasn't able to come through. Came back up, formed another base, and again, pushed all the way down, touched it again, came all the way back down again. So it's hit multiple times. I don't know that I would take a trigger off of it again, the 119.61. Maybe wait for that one to go just a bit higher into this level up top. Maybe we take that one up here now at 119.82. At this point, I would say kind of similar to the pound dollar, right? We're seeing a little bit of dollar strength, but now it's really starting to get choppy. It's in an area where we've seen buyers already. So, at this point, it's kind of, we can change our thinking from there, but I really think it's going to come much lower, and I don't necessarily like this zone. In fact, I'll just take these off. We don't need them right now. I don't need it for Nadix anymore. Let's take that off. I will leave. Let me see. Do I want to keep that on? Put this box here. I just want to kind of keep that. Again, I don't know if I trade off of this one, but I'm curious to see if we can get to that level of, I don't know, maybe like European Open, maybe something in that one. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's pull this. I want to make sure I did it. Oops. See, now I'm not used to the platform. Let's see, 3 to 9 to here. Just change these to blue. Let's do the next one. 3 here to 9. She's going where? Where is she going, Jijin? You don't know? Well, if you don't know, how Daddy gonna know? Let's see. There's 9, 3. Yeah, you can see. Look, this is today. Nothing in that one. Yeah, she is. She's happy, obviously. So it's here to 9 is right there. So yeah, not as much of him. So yeah, if I didn't make a call on this one, I would say, this is starting to evaporate through. I do like this one back to the top side. Whether we take the bounce here, it's all right. I mean, buyers have definitely stepped in to help it stabilize. When we do get the weakness, just like we saw in the pound dollar, again, you could probably, see this one turn, flip, kind of pounce higher. So, do I love it? No, it's Monday. It's just not the best setup, but that's what I'd be looking at. Dollar CAD. So as you guys can see, we drew this Harry Potter last week. If we extended this across, you can see where it just happened to magically come through, pull back up, grabbed it, and then pushed the downside pretty decently. Now we've kind of rolled back over. Let me get these all out of the way. This, those all come back. Don't worry, it'll pop back up. Let's see, just to clean these up. Let's get this. And again, we were waiting for that Harry Potter for like ever. So you can see, look at this. It pushed to the extreme level of the curve here. I can take this one off too. I meant to clean this one up last week. can see that's where we're in the daily. What do we got below? Just trying to get the next levels in this one. Let's pull this down in price to here. I don't need that Harry Potter. Actually, I don't need many of these anymore. We've moved away, so I can take this one off. I can clean this one up because we got that pullback. This one is out as well. Let's clean this up. Do I want that? No, I don't need it anymore. Take this, 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 and this, and this. Take those off. This I can remove now. All right. So we know we're in a level now. So, I mean, I guess we could, signify and say, hey, listen, there's the extreme level. We can keep this down there, just kind of keep it on our radar as a potential area. If we can break through here, let's see, how many is it? It's about 60, so that's a decent run. So let's see if we can get a push higher. Now, unfortunately, this requires continued dollar strength or at least Canadian weakness. I would say if we get a decent push through, there's some wicks and things in here. I mean, this is an hourly. Let me see on a 30-minute. Yeah, kind of the same thing, at least until up in there. You guys can see it now where it's hitting. Oof. How many pips is that? Oh, it's 9. It's 9. That's decent. So we don't need this whole bit here. Oof. All right, so we're at 10 o'clock. We're hitting a small zone, and we got about 10 pips in there. I mean, I'm going to have to say that, there's a potential short sitting here right now, just due to the reversal, due to 10 o'clock. And again, that dollar weakness comes in, like we mentioned, with euro dollar, pound dollar. It's set up for right now to come back down. Now, as you guys know, I do not like going short in the bottom third of the curve. Excuse me. We're kind of in that area right now, so it's not necessarily my favorite area. I think a better level to go short from is actually sitting right up here at 125.50. I know it's off by a little bit, but I'll never get it right on that one. You guys get the point. I'll never get it right on 145.50. Here, I can do this, I guess. I'll just do it this way. I'll cheat. There we go. I like that for short. I like the way that this kind of really kind of fell away from that area last time. I would say, again, I think we're in a decent level now for the 10 o'clock reversal. If we can get our switch for the dollar, completely makes sense for a drop. To the top side, though, could we go for a Harry Potter? Sure, we absolutely could. That would basically mean we don't get any type of a reversal today at all. And remember, reversals come in at 10 or 10:30. It helps when we get a little bit of support from some type of news or, but unfortunately, Monday with no news is not my favorite time to do that. And like I said, going short at the extreme range of the curve is also not one of those things that I really enjoy doing. Again, there's a curve. 125.50 back in the middle, coming from extreme to middle. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I like that. I'm cool. This a little bit riskier, right? And again, it looks like it's having it's fighting. It's fighting. It's having some issues. And actually, there's a wick over wick right above it too. I may actually use the wick over wick and not that one. But there's a position there. The dollar is going to roll at some point today. And I do think this one coming back down and floating back down in this lower level makes a lot more sense than the dollar going strong. Like I said, I would be bearish this position. Finding the right spot is going to be the best area. That's going to be the best call. I like 125.50 better. This is a possible as well. Dollar Swiss. Dollar Swiss is back on the boring train. We pulled down, we pulled right back up, and we're in the same spot. Upper end of the, upper reaches of the curve as well. We had that short that we were looking for, 49.42. It didn't make it. It literally hit this area and dropped, and now it's been stuck in kind of this stabilization kind of bit here. As you can see, if I extend this across, I'll pull it from the top. Right, it's right there. We're still in the same area. And again, this is what happens. It gets held in specific regions. Now, there is a 4-hour area just a little bit lower that you can see. You can see that we now have finally some type of level. The problem is, what? Stop. She just popped me in the nose with her tablet. Go get mommy's tablet. It's out. Go get mommy's tablet. Go. Go ahead. Go get mommy's tablet. Yeah, I'll plug this one in. Go get mommy's tablet. No, Daddy's not. I can't do it right now. You go get it. You're a big girl. You can do it. Go get mommy's tablet. It's charging. Hold on. Did you lock the door? No. Open the door. Go ahead. Go get it. Go ahead, go get it. Go get mommy's tablet. Sorry about that. Now we're gonna do the crying. So she's at that terrible 2, terrible 3 stage where everything is a meltdown. Here. What? No, I can't go get it. You go get it. Here, do you want? Go ahead, go get it, or Daddy's phone. Which one do you want? Go get mommy's. She doesn't like my phone. There she goes. But again, at least now we have a buying area. That was the biggest problem last week was we're like, yeah, 91, 93, but it's such a small, tiny zone. I would use it as a target, not necessarily as a launching point. I still think that's true of that level, but at least now we do have a 4-hour level lower that we can use. That level comes in at approximately 92.38. That's kind of the hourly version of it, kind of the slim down version. Obviously, you guys can see the red little candle here to pounce this one higher, but it's nice that we finally have something. This zone here will eventually break. If this is where the roll is, at least it gives us an area to look for of where our potential profit target needs to be. Because again, remember, you don't want to hold this one too long, have it roll and reverse back down on you. This one coming to the downside again is dollar weakness. So right now, coming down to that level matches up with what we see on the other time frames, the other charts. So I think it's a decent play. Do I have an entry on this one? Not really. I mean, there was a small zone here, but it didn't quite get entry on there. This is pretty wicky back and forth. I do think inside of this range here, there's probably some type of a short. Okay, here, it's not a big deal. There's no reason to cry. You got to stop. Told my wife, she's like, I don't want another boy. She's like, I want another girl. I was like, boys don't cry like this. Like they destroy everything, but they don't cry like this. I think this is a Jin specific thing. Here. And she's like, you're not making me happy. I'm like, sorry. So I do think there's a short in here. There will be a little bit of a hiccup, but ideally I'm waiting for 92.38. I think that's the decent balance, and then look for this to punch higher. Again, back on the, keep this one on your radar for later in the week. I think this is an excellent zone up top. It was done off of a 4-hour and a daily, so I like the 94.42. We got some room to run. It's got about, 140 pips, so it's like 2-3 days worth of movement. It's not, this is probably, if anything, again, this is if we can catch a lot of dollar strength. If anything, it would be a Wednesday trade for FOMC. So it's there. Don't do much with it until that time. But look for this kind of, long from just a bit lower. Dollar yen. Dollar yen is close. 109.67 is the area we've talked about. And again, on a 4-hour, we're looking for that one. It's at the extreme range of the curve. As you can see right now, we are entered into this daily zone, right? You may or may not be able to see it right there. I'll make it a little bit bigger. You guys can see the red dotted line in there. That is where we're in the daily. So we're butting up against a daily supply zone. We should be looking for shorts. We're at the extreme range of the curve. It's not the extreme when we drive down to the lower time frames. On the hourly, we can tell that, hey, listen, it just needs to go a bit higher. Okay. Now, with that said, okay, let me delete this white box just because again, you guys get the idea. I will say on the lower time frame, I do like the way that this candle formed here. Okay. That is my favorite type of a top. A one candle, basically 50% body, no wick on the bottom. My favorite tops. My wife would be anti-boy, but she's got no shot at either at this point. Yeah. No. Melissa definitely has a shot. More than that. But yeah. But it's funny. Her biggest fear is one is a boy. I don't know why Melissa doesn't. She doesn't want a boy. Like she's like no. She's like, we already have 2 boys. I was like, but they're only here half the time, so they're like part-time boys. And then we have Jin, obviously. But she's like, no. She's like, I don't want to deal with boys. I was like, boys are easier when they're little and harder when they're older. I was like, they're more destructive than little girls are. I was like, but I don't know. Jin is very girly. Melissa's not super girly. Like she doesn't have her ears pierced. She has like one very tiny necklace. Like her idea of like accessorizing is to wear a watch, right? She's not big into jewelry. Jin loves everything foo-foo, girly, pink, unicorns, all that stuff. Melissa's like, I just don't get it. Like, she's like, where is she getting this from? Told her boys are a little bit easier. Boys don't even care what they're wearing, So, but that's her biggest fear. One, that she has a boy, and two, that she has a boy on her birthday, or just has a child on her birthday. She's like, I know it sounds selfish, but I don't want to share my birthday. It's my birthday, and I don't want any kids born on it. Which we always said, we'd want a child that was born in the fall. It's just she was older in her class. But yeah, I would wager good money that your wife has a lot more eggs than mine. Oh, yeah. But I'll tell you, Nura, she may have a lot of eggs, but she's only using one more. Actually, you know what I told her the other day? Um, so I'll tell you guys, because none of you actually know my wife in real life. Melissa is pregnant. Melissa is 10 weeks. She actually has an OB appointment today. This is like the first one with COVID. Everything kept getting pushed back. So she is definitely expecting. She's had crazy sickness, which she did have it with Jen, but not as bad. But the planning wise, we're not sure what she kind of had her strange cycle December, January timeframe. So it's either going to be the child will either be born like October or within one day of her birthday. So it's kind of like if it was December, it's your birthday. If it wasn't, it was October. So I don't know. And as sick as she's been getting and like everything she's looked at, like all the wives' tales, like the side effects and symptoms that she's having now that she didn't have last time. They're like, oh, according to science says that, this is a higher chance of being a boy. So she's not necessarily the happiest person right now. And I'm like, no, I kind of want a boy. Like I had two boys at once, right? Now I have Jen, right? I'm afraid if I have another girl, it's like, what am I going to do with two girls, right? So I'm like kind of rooting for the boy, and she's like, I'm not happy. So yeah, I'm in the doghouse pretty much for everything at this point. But I will say for all of you out there, and I appreciate all the congratulations. She gets like hers is more afternoon sickness. If she doesn't eat, she gets sick, right? And she knows that, but she's like, oh, but I want salad dressing. So she's been eating salad, and that's obviously not enough. So she got sick. She made me go out last night at 10:30 to get her a Filet-O-Fish sandwich. I'm like, you've been throwing up all day, and the first thing you want to put in your body is a McDonald's Filet-O-Fish sandwich. It's like, I'm not happy. So, 3 girls technically. You have 3 girls, Nora? All I gotta say, and I told her, I was like, maybe, you're showing again. I mean, again, it's pregnancy number 2, right? I was like, you're showing again, and I was like, but man, what if it's like, she's like much bigger than she was. Like, this is how she looks now is what she looked at like 5 months or like 6 months before. Like, you could barely tell she was showing back then. I was like, what if it's like twins? And what if it's like twin boys? And that's why you've been so sick. She got pissed. She was mad. Am I trying to control her cravings? No, but I'm a believer. Like, and again, Debbie can yell at me for this one. Like, women take prenatal, so it's like a better environment for the child to grow. But then it's like, I don't know, you're throwing McDonald's in there, like you've been throwing up all day. Like we have like fresh salmon downstairs. We have, we have all kinds of leftovers right now at the house. Like I sous vide like an entire salmon on Saturday, and I was like, you throw them. I mean, not that. Hey, I love me some Filet-O-Fish, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I do like me some Filet-O-Fish sandwiches. But if I've been throwing up all day and eating nothing but iceberg lettuce and throwing it up everywhere, I don't feel it. Filet-O-Fish is what I would put in there, right? Especially if I'm trying to grow a child, right? Oh my God, she craves you run, please. No, I won't do it. It's my child too. I should have a say. It's my thing. Anyway, we're at an era with dollar yen right now. I think this is a decent level. I do love this candle formation. That is my favorite kind of top. That candle formation right there. If you guys can see it, I do like that one. I would say that again, dollar weakness. Everything else we've seen on the charts, if dollar flips right now, bam, we're right in that area. And I think this one has room to run to the downside, to there. So, and again, 1 to 3, it's a little bit low, but I'm okay with it. 1 to 5, I think it's going to have issues here, but it is before the indicator is pulling the opposing zones. Oh my God, no, Debbie, it's funny. She hates vinegar. Like she's not a big vinegar person, but she's like, I've been craving acid. So her method of getting the acid is a salad, which is this iceberg lettuce, which I keep trying to tell her there's no substance. There's like no nutritional value whatsoever, right? Like everybody agrees with that one. That's not my opinion. That's universally accepted that there's no nutritional value in iceberg lettuce, right? And then she just put salad dressing, which I'm like, I don't know that you could live on salad dressing alone. So I'm like, can you just eat one good meal, please? And remember, my wife is not very big, guys. My wife is, she's 100% Chinese. She's, she fluctuates between 98 pounds and 101 pounds. So it's not like she's got lots of padding. to support her vomiting for a day because she ate lettuce. All right, let's jump across. I'm going to go to here, and let's go to here, and let's go to here. So there, nobody can yell at me because I didn't switch. Man, look at that spike up. Look at that. That's crazy. Wow. Look at that crazy open. Did I miss a headline? Has there been a headline? Because that's a pretty crazy. Let me see here. Hold on. I did switch. I can see it. I did switch. Italy prosecutor sees batch of AstraZeneca after man died. Okay. There's nothing on here really. They begin legal sanctions. Whatever. Of course, they were going to do that. Stimulus checks started hitting banks nationwide. Huh. What the heck caused that at the open? That's a funky open. That is a funky open. Huh. What did we run into? It is funny that that's where we grabbed on the top. Huh. I don't know. Is Sean in here today? Sean, you always have Bloomberg up, and you're always good with the. I don't see Sean. No, Sean, you're here. Yeah, it tagged it right there, and it was right at the open, right? I mean, it was right at the open. That would have definitely been your short right there, right? I mean, pulling your top, a fast spike up like that. Yeah. Was there a headline that caused this? I mean, because that's like we're talking like a 200-point drop here off the open. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, I mean, again, there was a short, but should that have been a 30-minute short? I don't know about that. I mean, now the question is, we're at 10:15, right? So we have 10, 10:30. Again, those are reversal times. It's been a crappy morning for the Dow so far. Is it going to grab here and go? Like I said, with no headlines, it's kind of a funky spot, right? But yeah, that's interesting. And again, yeah, hopefully you guys caught that short. I mean, it was a rather small one, right? 18:30. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about 10 points. 10 points in the Dow. That was a decent runner. I mean, how many are we talking there? Oops, no. Wrong one. It would have been a short. How much did this sucker run? Now I'm really curious. That's a 10-1 off the open. Yeah, that's a lot of movement. Yeah, so now the big question, and again, this is how you play this one. We have an area sitting right here. So again, is that going to be the next possible area to stop? Right now, it looks like it wants to continue to power through. Like I said, this is a very, very strong candle for lack of any type of news out there. And again, sending stimulus checks should not be bad for the Dow. But again, that's a very interesting opening candle. I would say, at this point, 3250 is an area where we did have that Harry Potter before, and it was a level. And again, it was a gap level, so I wanted to keep it on the radar. There's a couple hiccups down here as well. I mean, let me see if I can get a decent. Let's see. Just turned to garbage on us right there. I would say probably there. Right? I mean, we got a little bit of a balance and continuation, a little higher test right there. Look at that. NQ is up too. I don't know. Let me see. What are our numbers on this one? 588 to 558. Look at this. This is a crazy candle. I mean, we're look at this. And there's nothing. I can't believe there's no headlines on this one. I mean, EU doing legal action should not. No, this shouldn't have that effect. Very interesting. Well, if you were looking at the knockout like Todd talked about, I mean, obviously there's one sitting right there, dropped to the downside. Like I said, I would look for a bounce off this level. I'm going to take this one off now. Actually, you know what? Let me see. It's on the 15. Yeah, there's not enough room. We'll remove it. There's no need now. This is a heck of a run at 1019. This is a heck of a collapse. Look at this. Man, who pissed off the Dow? Right? for no news, this is insane. Hold on. Volume is a bit low. Look at that. It's lower volume too right now. I mean, again, it's going to continue to move, but it's only got 11 minutes. Can it jump that much in 11 minutes? A low volume push. Interesting. Well, yeah. I mean, it's in 10 minutes. If we can get down to this level, at least that gives us a 10:30, shot on this one. But again, this is uncharacteristic of an open, right? This is definitely an outliner for a parabolic move. So again, look to see if we can get any type of basing here for a reversal. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Sean, it's one of those ones. I mean, it did push it to the very, very brink. I mean, it is an open, right? And there's no reason to think that it would go higher, especially if it spikes up like that. Like, what was the actual? Can we see it on here? Yeah, I mean, look at that. There's your 930 spike up in. And really, since 935, it's been straight down with a little hiccup in the middle. So it's like, that's a lot to the downside to have no news. I'm sure broadcasters right now are trying to figure out, like, oh, what did we miss? Yeah, yeah. So again, we're approaching 10:30. That could be definitely a different spot here for a reversal. Let's look at NQ because that one is going higher. Nah, it's not. It's not too much. NQ. And again, here's that. Oops. Here's that little pattern there. There you go. Same thing. This one hit 940. Actually, I guess 930 it dropped and they kind of did its little spiky thing. Again, this one I would say would be a little bit harder because if you would drop down a really kind of a minute time frame on this one, it would have been close. It would have been close. Let me go up to a larger time frame. I know I had these here for a reason. I don't know. We're just going to pull them at this point. I don't remember why they were here. They were here from something from last week. Right there. This one may already start me rolling. I would say again, the way that this looks, if we get a reversal, and again, there could be a reversal here or a small one up in this level here. That could be another potential area. I think again, targets are. I would say right now, targets to the downside, I would put down here at this level, right? Any downward size target is going to be at 12,887.50. And I think it will. I think it will come back down. I mean, like I said, there's nothing right now. I mean, I guess this one's a little bit higher, but that's because we're on the 15-minute. I'd be looking for that as far as a level of basing and the way that it bounced. And again, it did go off this level, but yeah, kind of the same thinking for a reversal. And again, I'd like to push off of this one. It's not the top. It's not the peak. That would come in just a bit. That's kind of like up here, right there, right. And I guess I could extend this one across. I guess it's not the end of the world, right there. Okay. Let's go 30 minutes. Yeah, there you can see the curve now. Jump to a 15. There we go. So you can see, yeah. So the 12,990 is actually sitting in the middle still. It may be better just to go a little bit higher to the top one. But yeah, I'd be looking for a reversal at some point today. Now everything is now green. YM is, look at that. Look at it pulling away from that level. If that's the turn, I mean, talk about like the best support and resistance trap ever. It did move here though. Yeah, kind of an odd place to roll, but yeah. So yeah, I'd be looking for some type of a swap. Like I said, this one's been straight up since the open. The other two have been kind of rolling. Let me check the ES. This one is not as Not as dramatic. I mean, it did grab a level. I don't remember why I had the blue from last week. The blue were here for something, for some reason. There would have been your opening print level. There. 830. Oh, 930, it grabbed that. It grabbed that small one. Yeah, that would have been a level. You could have grabbed that. That's an interesting spot, too. Look at that. There to there. I'm going to watch. I'm going to look for a base on that one to punch higher. Base in, pull and go. Let me see on a 30-minute. Trying to see if there was a clean entry here, but there's not. See, now what you have is everybody looking at this as a double top, and they're like, yeah, double top, baby. This is what everybody's looking for right now. I short down to this level. Actually, I guess it's down here, which makes sense because right here is where we have buyers tested. I think it's going to have issues right here. I'm trying to figure out if there's a decent entry in that. I don't love it because it's not really an explosive move. It kind of just meandered sideways back and forth, and then we finally hit this to kind of move it. But again, late in the day, and again, there was your gap. I don't know. This is the European Open retrace. See, we have. No, I was hoping that would help, but it doesn't. I guess down here it's all right. Where's that at? That's at 139.23. I don't know. There's a test there. So this may be a trap right here. 123. That may be a trap. Actually, that may be a trap. It would be the support resistance trap right here. Again, buyers have stepped in. You can see it on the 5-minute. It's not the cleanest entry, but it is definitely a level that you could have drawn on a larger time frame. You would have liked it. Again, it did base. It pulled back, and that was an initial area. What it'll be is trapping everybody that goes short at this level right here, right? But like I said, what people are doing right now is they're saying, they're like, well, here is, where here's the double top, right? Because this is what the rules say. There's the double top. Take it from, from here up, drop it from there down. That puts us right at the 39.09, right? This is kind of what the general public is looking at. Knowing that this is kind of where the base was, right? I mean, it's not a head shoulder, but basically where the neck is, right? Right here, we can see that it pulled back from a base and then launched itself higher. So we know that there are buyers sitting right there. Traditional, quote, wisdom is, oh, you're going to short of a break here, right? So, I mean, people are looking at this for a break, right? Because of the double top. People are also looking at this and saying, well, wait a second, here's support, right? There's support. If we break support, we're supposed to go short, right? Well, yeah, the second it goes through, it triggers those people, runs into the buyers here, and then pulls back up again to stop them out again. So, there's a couple different strategies that are combining themselves on top of each other here. Question is, are we interested in taking this long to go counter them? Ugh. Look at that. There's your trap right there. Oh, man, I would be so mad if that's where it turned. If it turned off of that little one that close on that front run, same spot. Go higher. Yeah, so S&P is interesting. Well, this one would be fun to watch throughout the day. Like I said, there's a couple different strategies in here. The double top that everybody knows, the support and resistance trap at the red line. Again, the buyer stepping in here at the orange to see where this one turns. So a lot of things in play on this. Let's go across the oil. So oil, ooh, it took a bounce off that level. I was looking for oil. I was hoping oil would maintain there. Again, we had some touches, and you can see it hit it, pushed up, hit it, pushed up again. So unfortunately, this one fell into the trap of being hit 4 times, and it did. Um, right? I mean, you got there, there. I mean, basically there, right? You could use that or the one next to it, and then number 4 was the breaker, right? And if you say, oh, well, that got front run, Brian. Well, okay, well, it did here, right? It went to here, and then pulled back in, and then kind of slammed through it again. So yeah, that's why it broke. What do we do with it now? Whew. I would say because it spiked all the way through in one candle and kind of came back up again, it kind of disqualified itself for a Harry Potter trade, right? I would have said we were clean till a bit lower down, right? Until at least this level. I can bring it to an hourly, is fine. At least until actually an hourly is worse. At least until here. That one needs to be readjusted. I'm not sure why that one's there. I'm gonna pull these. I would say at least until this line we're free to the downside. Oops. Style. There we go. Style. Make it a little bit bigger. 3 is fine. I would say that's where our targets would be on the short side. Unfortunately, did not give us a clean entry. So I'd say we're good there. We already know there's another Harry Potter sitting there. We're actually going to adjust this one a bit forward as well. Put that one there, which is fine. I'm cool with that one. Those are profit targets lower. Let's go ahead and put this here as far as short targets to there. Let's actually just extend this across to here. That puts us down at what, 62-ish? Yeah, puts us down about 62. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let me see on a 15. This could just be a correction move up. Yep. Anyway, that's unfortunate that one hit, bounced, and then hit and bounced again. Took it out. I kind of like that zone. I think that was a decent level. But again, I'd be looking for short positions right now to take this one back down. And then again, overall targets down here at 63.55. Man, this one has been crazy. European Open right off of a level and then just straight down. And we've dropped what now? 66.20. Wow, over $2. Right? $2.18. Right? $2.18 this morning already on oil. Ouch. Ouch. James is going to have to buy the small blizzard this week if this keeps going this way. Although I guess he said James is happy when it's above 60. He doesn't care whether it's 66 or 63. He's like, yeah, I'll still get the extra large blizzard. Gold. So gold had a level just above. We're really close to it. I mentioned in the Nadex presentation. There's a bunch of chop back and forth here with this. We're looking for 1735. It got pretty close. The open, when we kicked in at the open, it was at 1734.50. So I missed it by basically $1. Because I was looking for 73 and it got to 50. Yeah, so we missed it by basically about $1. We missed gold before it started to push back down. It's got some, I would say right now gold is probably boxed in more than anything else. You had a level here. Gotta respect it. I mean, it hit it, it bounced, it hit it again, and then had a pretty nice bounce higher, like a pretty strong bounce. I think if we can break this, I would be cautious of this little area right here. Change this back to black. I don't want to confuse anybody. Watch that area. Again, a little sawtooth effect there, but I do think there is a Harry Potter in this one that we could potentially come back down to the 1706 area. Kind of where this old one was, and you can see we had a base here, came back up, and it was the bottom here, right? Then it was the base here to drop lower, and then it smacked into it like multiple times, came up, and then pulled back and used it as a bounce. So there could be something there, but we're just going to adjust it further at this point. Actually, we had a trigger right there. So, yeah, I'd say look at this. Let's see, gold's having some some issues. Do gold daily. You can see how much gold has fallen. No, I didn't want the pitchfork. What did I have it on? Was it extension? It didn't stop. Nope, it wasn't on extension. Did I do it on retracement? Maybe I did on retracement. Jinjin, stop. Yep, there we go. Well, you know what? Then you should stop hitting the buttons. You should stop hitting the buttons. There. There. Is this what you want? Well, then stop. You turn the internet off? Why did you turn the internet off? Jinjin? Stop. You broke it. You broke Mommy's Play. There you go. Daddy fixed. So my wife obviously likes Apple products. You guys know my feeling on Apple products. Jinjin, I don't know what you did. I really don't. Somehow she turned the internet off, but it looks like the internet is on. Yeah, don't know. Sorry, girl. You done messed it up now. All right, there. All right, I think I fixed it. There you go. Stop hitting that button. I'm telling you, she's a sucker for the ads. Like a YouTube ad pops up, and she's like, "That looks like a good thing to touch," and then she gets like completely sidetracked. Anyway, gold right there on the hourly. Again, we're looking for shorts. I would say it's decent. There's a potential Harry Potter down here. If we're able to break through 1719, look for it to drop down to 1706 for any gold traders. And then I'd be a bit cautious. It's already a level we marked off, and you can see it took a bounce off there last week. Okay, silver. Mentioned this with Todd. I was like, oh, silver, there's a level just right above where we are. There's 2650. There's another little level that was tested here. We missed it by how much? 35. I missed it by 6 cents before it rolled. I think this level up here at 2650, I think it's a decent level. I mean, it is in the middle. There's obviously some smaller levels here. I mean, you got this little level right here. And again, that was kind of the adjustment of the higher level. Again, as you guys can see, we're kind of smacking around the middle of this curve here, right? Silver's also got beaten up. Reddit was unable to take this one to 8 million. So we had to, we may start adjusting this one a little bit lower. But right now, again, middle of the curve, I would say that, again, if you want to be a bit more aggressive, you could, put something in here around, 2636-ish area, right? I like the one a little bit better at 2650, but either of those two is decent. And again, this is a 2-candle top. It dropped below, it came back up, and again, one touch and just an initial spike was great. Very, very strong spike to the downside. And then again, we found the buyers right, first here and then here. Okay, but 2636, 2650, either of those two works great. I know, Crapple. Ernest, I hate them. Like, it's just, and I mean, and again, I know some people are like super biased, like, no, this is great. This is great. Like I had a Samsung tablet, like I guess the Galaxy 2. I don't know. Basically, I had the Galaxy version of the Apple, or the second Apple tablet, whatever it was called. And it was the one that like Apple and Samsung were suing each other left and right because they're like, well, that's our function. That's our function. That's when the iPads were being built in the Samsung plant. And Apple's like, well, you stole our technology. It's like, well, you gave them the technology, dummy. But it was like something about one of the buttons they used. So like, you stole that. We're using that button. Okay. You didn't make buttons. Anyway, of the two, I definitely like the Galaxy. The navigation was so much easier than what it was. But I had to use the Apple for work. But again, comparing apples to apples, the Galaxy, the Android version, was so much easier to navigate. I hate her iPads, but that's all we got left that has power. So that's where we got with silver. Let me jump back over. I wanted to see what these are able to do, what they're doing right now. See if there's anything updated. Yeah, look at that. There's your kind of your stalling at 10:30. God, look at that. Look how close that was. Damn you, Nasdaq. Damn you. So close. Oh, look at that. It's trying. It's trying. It's trying. It wants to do it so bad. It's trying. Look at dollar too. Dollar's rallying today. Natural gas is probably getting crushed. Yeah, natural gas is getting hammered. Poor natural gas. Nobody loves this stuff. And TLT should be rising yet. Banyos are rising as well. All right, so I went as far as stopping eating apples. I can't say that I went that far. I actually do like apples a lot. I do like apples a lot. I probably eat 1 or 2 a day. So I do eat apples, Ernest. I have not gone that far. I haven't taken it to the extreme level yet, Ernest. And by the way, Ernest, you're top 5 now, right? You're officially. Is it? Yeah, you're officially top 5, right? They got rid of everybody else. I think it's officially top 5, and there's a vote. Is it what's the next one, right? The next one is it Thursday? When's the next deadline? I don't remember when the next deadline is. When is the next deadline for your thing? I'm just going to click it now. You went back to the meatball picture? 3 days left, so it's Thursday, right? Yeah, top 5, then knocked out the corner finals. So your group. I'm sorry. Down with James. Oh, Darcel made it. Yeah, so I mean, it's interesting how it's worked out. But again, you're still taking first, so that's good. Yeah, all right. So 3 days, we got to make sure you guys load this up for 3 days. So, so is it? What's the next one? Is it only the top 1 or top 3 or top 2? What's the next one here? Because I mean, there's already top 5 right now. Everybody else has been excluded, right? All these people have been kicked out. This guy, professional chef. Morgan, I think, was a professional chef. This guy, Tori, professional chef. Right? Tabitha Moats. It's an interesting picture. Next are quarterfinals. All right. I have to win this group. All right, yeah. So you have to win. So I don't know how far ahead you are, but James better. If James takes anything, I'm calling. I'm calling foul ball. I think Robert's professional too, right? No, Robert's not professional. I think it's just James, right? Just James, this Mr. Tom Colicchio, and all he can do was put dots on plates, right? I'm glad that Tom must be very proud, right? And I think he's also. Oh, he doesn't have pictures? Oh, there he is. Yeah. His are all the same too. You know what I feel like his pictures? I feel like they are very yellow dominated, right? He uses yellow a lot. Like a lot of his meals are similar with yellow, right? He uses it as an accent piece. Like I feel like they're all like the same color palette. Where I feel like you're doing well here, right? Yours are mixed, right? You obviously are not vegan. I'm just saying this. You're obviously not a vegan, right? Right? Not vegan, but I feel like again, yours are. I don't know. I feel like yours are much more diverse here. We got some darks here. We got some lights here. You got some eggs over here for breakfast. I'm not sure what this is, Ernest. What is this? What is this one? You make cupcakes now? I don't even know what it is. Like this one, yep, all over that one. I'm good. But I feel like yours are much more diverse. We got some chicken and waffles. We go to salmon. We go to soups here. We go to birds. We go to desserts. We got some dude up here with no hat on, right? These two. I think this was a good one for you. I bookmarked it. Yeah, so all right, let's get into the drawing. I got 90 guys in on Monday morning. A little bit slow today, but that's cool. I voted bookmark in my book. One click. I know. Oh, I'd vote on my phone because like the browser is always like, oh, please log in again. I'm like, I don't know what my password is, but it automatically does it on my phone. So I just do it on my phone. All right, I'll give you guys another 30 seconds. We'll close it down. I feel like we need the music, right? No. Yeah. People are sending me messages. Yeah. Um, yeah. All right. You're now making me sorry that I had to give up bacon. Why did you have to do that? All right. I can't help you, Nora. You gave up bacon. Is it all bacon? Because I will say, like, it's so funny. Did I tell you guys about the lamb that we had? I sous vide. So my mom wanted like a rack of lamb for her birthday or whatever. So I got her a rack of lamb, but it was like more fatty than normal, like that back cap. I don't know if you guys know what it looks like. So I trimmed it down because like with sous vide, it was like, all right, I'm not going to be able to render all that fat. I want to make sure I get the flavor into the meat, right? So I did, I cut it was a lot of fat. So I was like, all right, so how can I sear this later on? Because I don't, the torches are fine, but I just prefer searing it, typically with butter or something else. So I ended up taking all the fat. I rendered the fat to basically make, rendered it so I could basically fry it up afterwards, like brown it after sous videing it in the actual lamb fat itself. But not all of it renders out. So I basically made lamb cracklings. Holy crap, were they good! I'm sure that they are probably ranking up there as one of the most unhealthiest things you could ever eat, right? Fat rendered in, fried fat inside of other fat, right? But holy crap, were they so good. The baby got one, and then she took the entire tray. And Melissa was mad. She's like, she shouldn't have it. That's just too much. She's going to, this is bad for her. But oh my God, were they so good. We eating crackling cornbread here. My God, they were so good. Like, I don't really, I was just like, my God, I'm only going to do this from now on. Like, I feel like, I guess it's called like tallow, right? Tallow is beef fat, right? It's like rendered beef fat. I feel like the amount of flavor it puts in is more than butter. Like I'll sous vide my steaks and then I'll put them in a pan. And I do like the butter and rosemary, and that's kind of what I finish them with to brown them up. Like I don't use the torches or the grill or anything. That's my preferred way to do it. But I feel like I need to go out and tell the butcher, like, yeah, I'll take the beef fat. Like, just give me like a pound of beef fat or some tallow that I can render, and then fry them up in that. It's amazing how much more flavor it imparts. It's crazy. Tallow is beef or lamb fat. Oh no, see, I would want to do beef with beef. Actually, fat is very healthy if you don't get sugar in the mix. There was no sugar, Ernest. It was just straight up. I rendered the fat, the excess from the rack of lamb, and then there was the pieces that didn't render, and they fried up into these little brown chips. And holy crap, they were so good. I don't even like lamb. Lamb's not even my favorite. All right, let's draw the winner for today. All right, before I get on this complete other tangent. Obviously, I'm rambling again, and the baby's making fun of me. All right, winner of today's drawing is Will. Look at that. Sean won on Friday. Will went. Ernest, hasn't it been like 2 weeks since you've won? I feel like it's been a long time since you've won. Marina won last week. Yeah. Let's get Will some chips. Look at that. Leaderboard. Will gets his 25. Will is cruising. Will is banking a lot. I need to throw those sweatshirts in there. Yeah, I need to give you guys some stuff to spend some chips on. Will, we still have a mentoring session. Will, you keep getting too busy. You need to give me a time when so we can get that mentoring session in. All right. And Marina and Debbie, I know Debbie's going to be ready for another one soon. Marina as well. Marina's funny. She's got like 3 questions. She's like, all right, I'm good. I'm like, well, you got more time. Let's go. So, all right, guys. With that said, I am out of here. Let me see. I wanted to see if anything had changed trajectory. Look at this. Man, look at the trap on that one. Look at the trap. Just come back down again. Yeah, there's traps everywhere today. Oh, God, look at it. I cannot believe it was that close. Silver, same thing. It's like, you're killing me. Oh, it did pull back to that zone. Man, crap. It's messing with me. Yeah, I think this one we take short to 63.55. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. Please jump up for Nadex. If you guys aren't registered for the Nadex event tomorrow, I think you can just register, and what they'll do is they'll send you links. There's like 3,500 people registered for tomorrow. I think that's a new high for them. They said 1,000 of them are like brand new prospects. And it's funny. They're like, we know your guys show up for everything. I was like, yeah, my guys show up. But I know there are some basic things. I'm doing a new, I don't know do I have it up? Let me see. I'll show you guys what it's approved now. So I can show it to you. Is it this one? Nah, it's this one. So this is what I'm doing tomorrow. This will be my presentation at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Whoops, right there. This will be mine tomorrow with short duration trades. So it's going to be really kind of breaking down this. We're going to talk about how to use these shorter durations. I'll mention the 5 minutes, but it's going to mostly be 2 hours and 20 minutes, and then a little bit of the call spread stuff. But yeah, this will be 3 o'clock tomorrow. I think I have the most advanced one. Like, I think Todd's is like, what is a binary? What is a knockout? And then Dan is doing like, what is a call spread? So I'm not sure they're getting super advanced, but I think I have the most advanced one for tomorrow for the beginners. So we'll see. And then there is a guy from Daily FX speaking after me, but I don't remember what his title was. And I looked at it, I was like, huh? Oh, I think he's doing like a weird market psychology one. I just don't think by that point many people are going to be on, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'll be on from 3 to 4. If you guys aren't registered, get registered on the Nadex site. I don't have the link, but I think it's in Discord. Trust me, I'm sure you guys have it in your email. All right. So that's it. I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good trading day. If you need anything, message me on Discord, and I'll talk to you guys later.